Have you ever wished you could go back in time and change decisions and actions that you've made in the past? Well, that's normal. We all wish we would have done certain things different. But the truth is, you can't go back and change the past. But you can change the future, and you can change it quickly if you commit to it. Follow along in today's episode. I'm going to show you just how to collapse time frames and give your future the revival and excitement you've always wanted. Hey guys, it's Rebecca Yusan with My Real Estate Agent Lifestyle, eXp Realty, and Think Future Real Estate. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you're notified every time I post an AI for Real Estate Agent video. Did you know if you partner with me at eXp Realty, choose me as your sponsor, you will get my setup for AI lead gen on autopilot for free. In fact, you'll get all of my AI coaching absolutely free. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the good, the bad, the ugly of real estate. I'm your host, Rebecca Yusan. We are in season 4. This is episode 5. I'm doing well so far, you guys. If you haven't heard what we're doing for the next 365 days, I am going to be recording a podcast every day, even on Friday, even on Saturday, and even on Sunday, which is totally not me. I try not to work Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And yes, I'm a realtor, but I live in Florida. I don't work on the weekends anymore. I've graduated. I don't have to anymore unless I want to. But I am going to do my podcast. I'm in total vacay mode right now. Listen, I'm trying to be as honest and open as possible with you guys during this 365 days. It's Friday. It's Labor Day weekend 2023. And it is like 2:30 in the afternoon, and I just sat down to start working. My day has been totally changed from what it's supposed to be. I normally hang out with my very special friend on Fridays, but my very special friend had to work today. So there is no shenanigan Fridays as normal. So when I found that out at 8 o'clock this morning, instead of getting to work like I had planned, I hit the beach. I hit the beach and I got my walk in. But when I get my beach walk in, forget it. Sometimes I get lost, like not like lost, but that's my time to do some meditation, catch up on all of my favorite podcasts, listen to some of my books. And I was out there for 2 hours. So 2 hours out at the beach. But I mean, I haven't done that in so long. I feel like I've been so focused that I've been putting the beach on the back burner, which is so wrong, but it's just the way it's had to be for a while, and that's okay. But when I go out on that beach, I get so inspired and I get so many ideas that sometimes it takes me a long time to get off the beach because I have to stop, write down what I'm thinking, record what I'm thinking, or I might come up with ideas for my social media. So when I come up with it, I have to do it right there. Otherwise, I'll forget or it just won't be the same later. But it's okay because that means I'm working and still on the beach. And you know that's my favorite thing. If you know me, I would work on that beach all day, every day if I could. So I've just been having to give it up for a little bit lately, which I don't know if that's about to change, but I hope so. So anyway, 2 hours at the beach this morning. I came back, had pizza for lunch. So naughty. I'm supposed to be working on my cruise body for next year, but I had pizza for lunch. And then I went and got my nails done because I just couldn't sit down and get to work. And that was really naughty too. But here I am. I'm in my beach attire. I have my success hat on. And here I am. I'm going, I'm recording, and we're doing it. So today, I want to talk about something that I've been going through, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job nipping it in the butt. Wait, nipping it in the bud. I think it's nipping it in the bud. So I am going to be hitting a very big age in January. It's a milestone age, and I still haven't decided how I feel about it. I'm not really sure if this is where I thought I would be at that milestone age. I love where I am, totally love where I am, but I don't know. It's like I feel so good. I feel healthy, I feel happy, and I love where I live, and I'm just happy. I'm just good, right? But I think maybe I thought I would be at a different place in my life at this point in my life. Even though I'm happy with it, I don't know if that makes any sense, but when you're 20, maybe you just think everything is going to be really different when you're at that big age. I'm not really sure. But anyway, here's what's happening. I kind of feel like I've been going through a little bit of a midlife crisis and just really evaluating where I am in my life. And so when I was married many, many years ago, my husband loved Top Gun. Like he could recite the entire movie. And at the time, I didn't care because, I was so crazy in love with him. I didn't care. But honestly, at this point in my life, if I'm going to watch a movie with you and you recite the whole thing, I'm going to be so annoyed. Don't do that. I'm older and more mature now, so that's annoying. But anyway, he loved that movie. I liked the movie. So it was, kind of our thing, right? Top Gun. And if he was into it, I was into it too because he was my guy. So was it a year ago? Top Gun 2 came out and I loved it. Like I could feel it. It was the craziest thing. And I know I'm not the only person that experienced this, but it brought back feelings. Number 2 brought back feelings and memories that I experienced in number 1. And it was just the craziest thing because you know how when you hear a song after it was not really played for the last year or two and you can remember where you were when that song was popular? So it was like that. Like I could feel where I was when I'm getting a little teary eyed right now. It makes me so emotional. But I could feel where I was when we would watch Top Gun 1. I could see it. I could feel it. I could hear it. I could see him, all of it. And it was so emotional for me. And I almost can't even explain the emotion that I felt. But that emotion has continued because I just don't know. I don't know what it is. Like I'm happy with my life, but then I feel like, I'm getting older, but I don't feel like I'm getting older, but I am. Like the number is crazy. So it's been hard. And then I went to see the Barbie movie a couple weeks ago. And same thing. I don't know why Barbie brought memories back, but it made me think about when I was a little girl. So crazy. And just how, wow, I can't believe this is my life right now. Like, it's so weird. Is anyone feeling like that? Does anyone know what I'm saying? To be questioning things and just feeling like, wow, this is major. Like, I am getting there. I am like, I don't want to say I'm old, but the number is old. But I think I feel better than I thought I would feel at this age. Like life gets better and better if you let it. It gets better and better, right? And as a woman, the older I get, the less and less I care about the stupid stuff, like when you're in high school and even college, it can be cliquey and girls can be so mean. I'm way past all that crap. Even in your 20s, it can be like that, and all the things you go through when you're a young mom, and all the I really had to reinvent myself when I had my daughter. It was like a total oh, what did I do? I can't believe this is where I am. What? So I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. But also another thing that's really been bothering me. So one of the coaching programs I'm with a couple of young girls. Okay. And one of my best friends now is young. She's 28 and I love her, but we're so from two different worlds, right? I grew up with no internet. We did not have internet or cell phones when I was growing. Well, when I was 28, we did have internet, I believe. We had internet then, and I had a cell phone, but nothing like what we have now. You didn't send text messages back then. You didn't do videos. You weren't doing anything there was no YouTube. No one was doing podcasts that I know of. Like it was the radio. We had the radio, right? We were still listening to CDs and tapes. Oh my gosh. We used to listen to tapes in my Amway days. Tapes, right? So anyway, I've been so when you didn't grow up with those things, technology, there's a learning curve. And the learning curve is getting easier and easier for me. And now that I'm an AI certified real estate agent, it's answered a lot of questions for me. And I know how to do things now. And using the AI takes away a lot of the work and a lot of the thinking, right? So I love that. So if you're my age and you're not using AI yet, you need to go to my Instagram page at My Real Estate Agent Lifestyle and sign up for my AI lead gen on autopilot classes where we train your chat GPT and get you AI. We make you an AI agent. It's pretty cool. So if you're my age, do it because I can relate with you and I can show you easy how to do it. Okay, but anyway, that was a plug for my class. But it's free. First one's free, okay? Get in my free training. Okay. So, I'm questioning myself because I'm in this coaching class with two young girls and they were born with a cell phone, right? One of them is in her early 20s, like my daughter. My daughter wasn't born with a cell phone, but I had a cell phone when she was a baby. And she had a cell phone when she was 10. I bought her a cell phone when she was 10 because I wanted her to like me. Who does that? Moms do that crap all the time. But anyway, I started questioning, okay, I'm getting into all of this stuff, all of this technology, and I'm wondering, when I was these girls' age, would I have been doing this? Would I have been using the technology to build my business? How would my life be different now if I would have had the technology that they have now? Is that making any sense to anyone? It's bothering me because I don't know if I would have had the foresight back then to be doing this stuff now. That is driving me insane. Is anyone hearing what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm so impressed with these young kids in their 20s because they're doing all of this stuff that I'm just starting to do. And it's frustrating because they're going to be so far ahead when they're my age. They're going to be so much further ahead than I am right at this moment. And that is profound to think about for me. Would I have done the same thing? Back in my 20s, was I at the same level as these young girls in their 20s in comparison? I don't know if that makes any sense. We didn't have the technology, but if we would I have been doing these things? It's really bothering me because I feel like these girls have a different foresight than what I had at their age. I was very young and naive, always. I still am, just older and naive. I'm getting better. But it's bothering me to not know what I would be if I had all of these things now. It just feels like I'm going through some midlife crisis. And I'm trying to just say, forget it. We don't know, and there's no way to know. So why is it even bothering me? But it is. So I would love to hear what people think about that. I actually, in this coaching class, we have one day that we get to just talk about what's on our mind to help us grow. And it's so nice to be able to do that. It was a little embarrassing when I brought that up to these young people because I like people to think that I have it all together and that I'm perfection. But even though everyone knows I don't have it all together and I'm not perfection, I like to have that air about me. So it was difficult to bring that up. And then when these young girls, they're so sweet. They're like, what? You're amazing. Like, just stop it. Like, they're giving me so much wisdom at such a young age. They're like, you just don't even know. And you totally would have been doing this back then. But, they said what I was thinking, what I was hoping. But yeah, it's been bothering me. But just getting it off my chest, that's what I have been going through, helped me. You don't even know how many times I'll call my friends and accountability partners and just say, I just need to talk. Don't talk. Just be quiet and listen. I don't need you to respond. I just need you to listen. And I'll tell them what's going on and they'll just say, okay. Sometimes they'll give advice. Sometimes they'll just say, okay, now what? What do we do? But just getting it, and lots of times once I get it off my chest, I can totally move on, right? Which is great. Because as I'm talking myself through it. Like, is this really a big deal? Sometimes it just feels good for someone to hear you and say, yep, I get that. I get what you're thinking. I'm the same, going through the same thing, but it's okay. We're not going to die. We're going to make it. So if you're going through that, if you're second guessing, if you should have, could have, would have, what would be different? Stop. Just stop. You don't know. You cannot go back and change it, which is sad. That's hard. When I think back to being a single mom with my daughter, it was so hard. It was hard. I was always so broke. There was like 1 or 2 years out of my total after divorce life that I wasn't completely in the doghouse. Like, oh my gosh, it was so hard. But I did it and it made me who I am today. I wish that could have been different, but honestly, it could have been different. But my mindset sucked. I didn't know. I didn't have people around me to pull me like I do now. I keep getting put around people that are like way out of my league, but they will tell me things about me that they're like, smart or helpful. I can't believe you know that, Rebecca. And that is making a huge difference because they're seeing value in me. I haven't been or done the things that they've done, but I've done enough to be valuable. And that has done so much for my mindset.
telling me, man, if these people have respect for it, I can do anything because these people are big. These people they're agents, you guys. They do so much volume. They know their craft. They are sharp. I'm so impressed with them, and I get to hang out with them. And I get to give them advice just like they're giving me advice. It's the coolest thing. I think we're going to talk about having a running buddy soon because I love running buddies and accountability partners. So don't look back, you guys. Just keep looking forward. If you're looking back, maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe you're looking back because you want to make sure that doesn't happen again, or maybe you want it to happen again because it was so good. But stay in the present. Stay in the right now, because that's all you have is right now. We don't even know if we have tomorrow, but we have right now, right this moment. And if you make the best out of every single moment, that's how you have no regrets. And if you've made mistakes in the past, just don't do it again. Don't do it again. It's that simple that it's not. But it's simple. Just don't do it again. Don't be a jerk anymore. Be nice. I can't stand jerky people. But I know I can be a jerk. I can be a jerk. I expect good customer service. Sometimes I can get mean. Not really. I'm trying to think of the last time. Anyway, that's a different day. But yeah, don't look back. Don't have regrets. That's like the worst, to live in regret. Oh, like that means you have to forgive people and forget. That's hard. Forgiving and forgetting. I don't know. I don't know if I have a harder time forgiving or forgetting. I'm not sure. I guess it depends on the situation. But I did have a situation. I've told you about it. I'm not going to tell you what it was. Not yet. But I had to forgive and forget. And it's been a year and a half at least. Still haven't forgotten. And I don't think I have forgiven. But I've gotten over it. It doesn't impact me as much as it did. I'm not proud that I haven't forgiven and forgotten, but I'm glad it happened. So glad it happened. I'd be stuck. I'd still be stuck in a rut if it hadn't happened, and that would suck even worse. And talk about living in the moment. I said I was supposed to be spending today with my special friend, but my special friend had to work. And I was so sad. I haven't been able to hang out with my special friend in a long time. It's been like a month. And that's a long time. Okay? It's a month. But I was okay with it. When my special friend said it's not going to happen, I was like, oh, no. But I know everything happens for a reason in my life, because that's the way I do it now. I try not to stress about things. I try not to worry, because I can only be in the moment, right? I can't change anyone else. I can't change anything but my own situation. So I just said, universe, this sucks, but I'm going to keep going. And it allowed me to be able to do my walk this morning on the beach and to get my nails done and start late. But now, I think since it's a long weekend, everyone and their brother is texting me right now wanting to go do things. And I'm like, no, I took the morning off, so I have to work now. Shoot. Maybe I'll quit early. I don't know. We'll see what I can get done in the next few hours. But I also remember, I want next year, this year is good, right? This year I'm good, but I want next year to be amazing, right? And I can think in 1 year increments. Like, I really believe I can be at some completely different, amazing place next year at this time. So I'm trying to decide, do I go do that thing because I'm still trying to live life, right? Live in the moment, enjoy the little things. So I might go see this person, but then I think, is going to see this person gonna mean I'm that many more days behind what I want for next year at this time? It's a tough one. I don't know. Ugh, that's a tough one. And I'm supposed to do girls' night out tomorrow. When I told one of my coaches I have a date with my laptop all weekend. So I'm telling on myself right now if I go out. That's a tough one, guys. Because also I try to live like, if I'm on my deathbed tomorrow, am I going to be mad that I did this or ate this or said this today? And I do make decisions based on what my answer is. And usually, if I'm going to go hang out with people that I like, I go out and hang out with those people that I like, because that's what makes life great. Hanging out with amazing people that give you good energy, that you can give and take good energy from, right? My circle is really little and I'm okay. I want a big circle. I really do. I want a big circle. I want a lot of people, but I am going to be very specific on who I let in, because I don't want another 50 years to go by and wake up when I'm 100 and say, is this what I had to look forward to? I don't want that. I want to be 100, because I'm going to live to be 120, right? I want to get to 100 and say, wow, Rebecca, good job. You did good. I'm so proud of you. You made it. Why am I teary-eyed? I haven't even had any wine yet today. But I honestly want my older version of myself, I want it to be proud of me and what I'm doing now. I'm proud that I got to this point. It wasn't easy, but I'm really proud of myself. I made it. If this is as good as it gets, I'm good. But I know this isn't as good as it's going to get. But I'm good. But I want to be able to have my mind blown when I'm 100 and say, wow, Rebecca, good job. You did real good, girl. That's what I want. And I want to be hanging out with people that say the same things to themselves, that they're proud of themselves and they're not jealous or angry or hateful. I want them to be excited for what they did. And I want to be excited for them. If that's not you, don't come into my world. Don't listen to this podcast. Don't, unless you want to be that way. Then listen, and contribute. Okay? Because I want you to be in my world. Good people that are doing big, fun things. And if you're just getting a little bit better than yesterday, every day, that's how you do it, right? That's how you do it. Just a little bit better than yesterday. And live in the moment, be present, and don't have any regrets. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Day 5 of season 4 is in the books. Feels good. So, if you have big plans for the weekend, I really want you to enjoy it. Unplug, relax, do something amazing, or just do nothing at all. Sometimes just doing nothing at all is the best, right? Binging Netflix is the best sometimes, because it just takes you to a whole nother world and opens your mind a little bit. Or if you're working, go sell something really expensive so you can change the rest of your life. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for hanging in there with me. And let's go be amazing. Bye-bye.